my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial. The palette that we're going to use today is the Morphe and James Charles palette. Also, he had a brush set that came out and I got it. So, this is the brush set. It comes in this really cool case. I have a small little makeup brush case that did not hold all my brushes. So now I have this big case, which I'm really excited about, that'll hold all my brushes and they won't fall out everywhere and it'll be really, really nice. So I was excited that it came in a really cool case. So before we actually get into using the palette and doing my makeup, I wanted to show you the brushes real quick because there are 34 brushes and one sponge. This is the Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge, and I actually do really like this. I have tried this before, and it is a really great sponge. It's very inexpensive, and so it's really nice for what it is. And so I'm glad he included that in this brush set because, you know, not everybody likes using foundation brushes. Some people like using sponges. So it was really exciting to see that. I'm just going to show you the brushes because I'm really excited. So this one is the Deluxe Pointed Powder Brush. This is the M527. Then we have the E4 Angled Contour Brush. Then we have the E48 Mini Pointed Powder Brush. We have the M405 Contour Blush Brush. We have the M439 Deluxe Buffer Brush. This is the foundation brush. We have the E62 Angled Nose Contouring Brush, and this is actually a brush that he created. Then we have the M501 Pro Pointed Blender Brush, and this is for highlighter. We have two of the M224 Oval Camouflage Brushes. Next we have the M173 Chubby Buffer Brush. Next we have two of the M166 Oval Shadow Brush. We have three of the M433 Firm Blending Fluff Brush. Next we have three of the M441 Pro Firm Blending Crease Brush. We have three of the M456 Mini Firm Blending Brushes. We have two of the M431 Precision Pencil Crease Brush. We have two of the M506 Tapered Mini Blender Brush. We have two of the M124 Firm Shadow Brush. We have two of the M250-1 Detail Liner Brush. We have one of the M410 Flat Concealer Brush. We have one of the M158 Angle Liner and Spoolie Brush. And then the last two brushes we have are the M152 Medium Chisel Fluff Brush. And these are so tiny. They're so little and petite and cute. Nice clean brushes, all ready to go. Now, we're going to play with the palette. So, I'm going to play with the greens today. I really like the greens. So we're gonna use those today because why not? So I have already done my eyebrows. As you can see, I did those off camera. So the first thing that I need to do is prime my eyes. I use the Tarte Shape Tape to prime my eyes. This is in the shade Fair. I'm gonna use the M173 to blend out the concealer. I forgot to grab my setting powder. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I found it. I thought I lost it. It was literally on my desk right in front of my face. I'm a ding dong. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder and the E48 to set my eyelid. I'm gonna place the shade Canvas all over my eyelid using the M152. By the way, this isn't like a first impressions of the palette because I have already used this, but I wanted to do a really cool eye look today. Like I said, using the greens, because I have not done that yet. And so, I do like this palette. I do know that for sure. I know stuff blends well, and it is an all-around really good palette, just to begin with. So, thought I'd put that out there because I have already used it. Because I couldn't wait. So, you know. So now I'm going to go into the shade Punch Me, and it's the shade right here. And I'm just going to apply that into my crease as a base shade to kind of get things started. I'm going to use the M456. Now go into the shade Tune and just apply that right over top of that. And I'm going to use the M433 now. Now I'm going to go into the shade B, which is the bright yellow, and I'm going to apply that all in my crease. And I'm going to use the M441 to do so. Now I'm going to go into the shade Social Blade, and I'm just going to apply that right beneath it. And I'm going to use a clean M433 brush to do that. So now taking a smaller brush, I'm going to use the M506, and I'm going to go into the shade Daddy. It's this darker green. And I'm going to begin to apply that in the outer portion of my eye, my outer V. I'm going to blend the darker green from the outside inward some on a clean M441 brush. Now I'm going to go back into the shade Social Blade, and I'm just going to again blend out the edges, blend the two greens together a little bit more. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and take the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to apply this on the inner portion of my eyelid so then we can put down the shimmer. And to do so, I'm going to use the M124, and I'm just going to apply this to my eyelid. Now I'm going to take a M456, which is a little bit fluffier of a flatter top blender brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Guac, which is this greenish kind of color. And I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid to begin with. And we'll see how that looks. Alright, so I actually like that as is. I'm going to not add any other shimmer shades to my eyelid. I'm going to go back into the shade B, the yellow, once again. And again, just blend out the edges at the top. Alright, so now we're going to do liner. And the liner I'm using today is from Eyeko. It is the Skinny Black Liquid Liner. So now that the liner is on, we're going to do mascara and eyelashes. So the mascara I'm using today is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. Now I'm going to apply my lashes. Today I'm using the Red Aspen Luxe False Eyelashes in Gigi. I actually really like these lashes. These are really nice quality lashes. And I'm going to apply them using the Duo Dark Glue. So now that we have lashes, liner, eyeshadow, and everything on, we're gonna go to my face, and we get to use all the face brushes. This is so exciting. So we're gonna go ahead and zoom out and then get started on the face. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the No Poreblem primer to prime my face. This is my favorite primer actually right now. Now we're gonna do foundation, and for foundation today I'm using my absolute favorite recently, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating. You can see it's my favorite because it's like half gone. And I use it like every single day because it is so good, and it just makes your skin look really like nice and healthy and glowy. So I actually really like this foundation. I'm gonna use the M439 to go ahead and blend this out.
Perfect.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and do concealer, and recently I've been doing two concealers mixed together because this concealer is really light and this concealer is a little orangey. This is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, in the shade Porcelain. Now this is one of the lightest shades that they have, and it's kind of orangey for me. So I will apply this all underneath my eyes in my V formation. But then I also, in just the inner corners of my eye, I put the Tarte Shape Tape. Now this one is like really light, so I use it for brightening only. So I just put the tiniest little dot of it in the inner corner to brighten everything up. Now I'm going to blend that out using the M173 once again. I really, really like this brush, like a lot. I'm going to use this a lot. I can almost tell you that right now. So now I'm going to take the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder and underneath my eyes only underneath my eyes, and by the way, this is in the shade 10, Fair Light. It's more of a yellow tone powder, which I like because it then kind of cancels out some of the bluish, darkish colors if I missed any. And I'm going to use the E48, and I'm just going to set the under eye area right now. So before I set the rest of my face, I want to take my Laritzy cream contour stick in the shade Aloha, and I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring, and I'm going to attempt to use the M405 brush to blend this out. Normally I use a more dense, almost foundation-like brush, but it's like skinnier. So we're gonna try this. It's a little bit fluffier than my liking, but it is still pretty dense. So we're gonna see how this blends out the product. Be used to put on powder contour or blend out cream contour. That's nice to know. That is good to know. So now real quick, I am going to take the E48 again and just kind of dust over like my forehead just a bit so it's a little bit more set in place, so I can apply all my powder products because I don't want to like get anything stuck anywhere. That's the last thing I want to do. So we're going to go back. I'm going to zoom back in, and we're going to go ahead and do my lower lash line real quick before we do the rest of my face. All right, you're close once again. So we're going to go ahead and go back into the palette, and I'm going to start off by taking the shade B and applying that to my lower lash line using the N431 pencil brush. Alright, so I'm going to use the exact same pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Social Blade, and we're just going to blend that out along the lower lash line now. And now I'm going to take the tiniest bit of the shade Daddy and just apply that on the outer portion. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this pencil liner. This is from Mally. This is the EverColor Gel Waterproof Liner in the shade Hazelnut. And I'm going to apply this into my waterline. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply a little bit of the mascara on my lower lashes. Alright, so FaceTime. So we're going to use the Blush Bar palette, and I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer. It's my favorite bronzer ever right now. And I'm going to use the M527 Big Fluffy Powder Brush. Now we're going to do blush, and I'm really excited to use this brush. My aunt has this brush, and when she came to visit, she brought this with her. I was like, so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and use the California blush, I think, today. Maybe I'll do a mix of California and Rockachore. One of my favorite things to do, which actually James Charles himself, like, he was like, oh, I do this. Yeah. He uses the shade Literally in his palette, and he uses that as a blush. It is the most gorgeous thing I have ever seen in my life. I did it, not yesterday, but the day before, because I did more of a peachy mauve toned eye look with Literally all over my eyelid. And it was gorgeous. I literally loved it. So I would recommend doing that for anybody who likes that tone in the palette and who wants a really pretty blush. Like that right there is it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade in the palette. I'll show you. I'll even show you. We're going to just add a little bit on top. Because why not? This shade right here is what I'm talking about. And you literally, you take your brush and you just dip it in it. And it comes off. And it is the most gorgeous thing ever. I love it so much. It is so pretty. So now we're on to highlighter, and I'm going to be using a really intense highlighter today. This is the Kylie Cosmetics Ultra Glow in the shade Santorini. These are actually really, really nice. They are very potent, like uber potent. I'll show you real quick, just with the, like, I mean, they're very, very, very shiny. And in person, I can go overboard very quickly. But like after you blend it out, it looks really, really nice and kind of naturally. So I'm going to use the M501 brush. So real quick, I'm going to set my face with the MAC Fix Plus in Coconut. Now I'm going to do my lips real quick, and of course, because we did a crazy colorful eye look, my lips will be nude. So I'm going to start off by using the Kylie Cosmetics lip pencil in the color Coconut. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the liquid lipstick from Kylie Cosmetics in the shade Bear. So I'm going to let this dry down real quick, and then I'm going to apply this lip gloss from Dose of Colors. This is in the shade On Repeat. That, I believe, is everything for today. This is the finished look. It's very, very, very green, very pretty. I actually really like this. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below on what type of an eye look you want me to do next with the James Charles palette. Let me know if you have the James Charles palette, because I would love to see how many of you guys have it, because it's an amazing palette and I would recommend buying it if you don't have it, because you can do anything with it. Make sure to subscribe and click the little notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I believe that's it for me today, you guys. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!